The term travel can be viewed on a pretty broad spectrum. If you really think about it, travel can mean many things to many people. For example, some people believe that traveling only means out of the country. Others believe that traveling is anything outside of your home. And then there are a great number of those who believe something in between. So with this in mind, this video will focus primarily on what my family and I believe regarding travel. Now, because not everyone believes the same, we do not force our beliefs on others, but we also do not allow others to impose upon our beliefs. Welcome back everyone, Mrs. H here, and let me begin by stating that I am a cautious optimist. I believe in science and I believe in spirituality. I believe I owe it to myself and those around me to behave responsibly. I believe it is my duty to discerningly appreciate the level of expertise that others have gained by doing things like following proven safety protocol. And I believe that I can do all of this without losing sight of who I am. Now, if any of this bothers you, this probably isn't the video for you, so this is my fair warning for you to click away now. Now that that's out of the way, let's talk about travel. My family and I consider travel in the context of this pandemic to be anything that allows us to be away from home. So yes, we even travel to the grocery store. Now, I'm not stating this to be wise, but rather to state that when we travel, we always take precautions, and those precautions will vary based on our destination, our mode of travel, our itinerary, and even the length of time we will be gone. That said, because we have no idea when or even if things will return to pre-COVID conditions, here is what we believe to be the top 10 must-haves when traveling in our new normal. I'll start with number 10 and work my way to what we believe is the number one must-have that you'll need to safely and successfully travel in 2021. Must-have number 10 is a current COVID-19 or antibodies test result. While this may not be a requirement for all destinations, we believe it is the responsible thing to do to help slow the spread. It is also important to know if you could be an asymptomatic carrier. Okay, so now must-have number 9 is to ensure you have plenty of hand sanitizer, CDC-approved masks, and possibly even rubber gloves on hand. Must-have number 8. You need to understand and establish what safe social distancing looks like for you and your family. This leads us to must-have number 7, to set proper travel expectations. Listen, things are certainly not going to be the way they used to be, and I've said it once before, not everyone thinks the same way, so you will have to determine what your family's course of action will need to be in the face of varying levels of enforced protocol. We're now at must-have number 6. You'll want to obtain updated shot and medical records whether you decide to vaccinate for COVID-19 or not. It is always a good idea to have a list of medications and vaccinations that you are taking or have had so that if anything were to befall you while you are away, no one will have to guess about the kind of care that you'll need. In fact, it's actually a requirement for certain travel destinations. Must-have number 5. Develop a list of non-negotiables and stick to it. Look for opportunities to reduce touch points on your vacation by bringing your own snacks or paying in advance as often as possible, or even establishing family guidelines for interactions with others. Now, must-have number 4, you'll want to determine your mode of travel. Will you fly, cruise, take a train, or drive? We believe you should determine your mode of travel before determining your destination because only you can decide which mode offers you the safety that you're most comfortable with. For example, while hospital-grade HEPA filters are still in use, it's no secret that some airlines are no longer enforcing distancing standards. In fact, as of this recording, Delta was the only U.S. airline still blocking middle seats. And cruise ship travel, well, they have very limited itineraries right now, and they aren't even sailing in the U.S. So making an informed decision regarding your mode of travel is going to help you determine your destination. Must-have number 3, you'll want to determine your destination now and develop a thoroughly researched plan. In 2021, it is imperative that you do adequate research on your destination's culture, laws, currency, and even COVID protocol to ensure that you comply with all of the visitor requirements for the destination to where you plan to travel. Even if you're only traveling to the next state over, this same research is just as beneficial. Must-have number 2 is you'll want to research travel insurance policies and determine what works best for your travel plans. And then you'll want to purchase a policy that allows you to cancel for any reason, but also offers enough compensation for any losses that are suffered by you and your family. Now, before we get to must-have number 1, let me know in the comments below if you agree with my list, or did anything surprise you? I'm really curious to know your thoughts. And finally, the number 1 must-have for traveling in our new normal is, you guessed it, pack your patience with your bags. Unfortunately, our new normal offers no global uniform protocol to speak of, and as I've stated a couple times here already, you may find varying degrees of mask wearing and social distancing. You'll likely find that airport and train station queue lines are excessively long due to changes in security checks. And don't be surprised, you could even find small pockets of violent conflicts breaking out in areas due to raw emotion during this unprecedented time. Or even in some cases due to malign racism. Sadly, I recently read an article about the increase of violent attacks on Asian Americans because of the belief that they are responsible for COVID-19. So that said, I believe exercising patience is a good way to prepare, if nothing else, for the possible impact that these things can have on you and your family. Now that you're aware, please share. And for more like this coming down the pike, all we ask is that you please like. Above all, be kind. And we'll see you in the next video.